All right, folks at home, it is Monday, and we have an Xbox update for you here today. Last week, we heard so much about what could happen with Xbox. The rumors were totally out of control. The speculation, the animosity from Xbox fanboys, but now this Monday, today, we have an official confirmation on what is going to go down this week, and that is an official Xbox podcast, okay? The official Xbox podcast, February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. So it's going to be a heart-crushing, potentially, event because, well, it depends on what direction this event goes. But nonetheless, we are getting an official Xbox update on February 15th. That's the day after Valentine's Day. And we're going to see how ultimately the cookie crumbles here. So we have an official update on the Xbox, future of Xbox. They're going to be doing a podcast. It's probably going to be pre-recorded if I had to guess. And they're going to be talking about the future of Xbox, the business of Xbox, and all of that jazz. But we know now it's officially coming this week, February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. So if she doesn't break your heart, Phil Spencer might. February 15th, the Xbox podcast. Unbelievable. All right, we are streaming on mobile and on desktop as well. We are streaming on both things, so that is what you need to know and understand. As we kick things off here with the fake gamers all across the board here and discuss the future of this dead medium. So please consider talking about the topic. Otherwise, we're going to have some awkward moments out here where we have nothing left to say, and I think we're already bumping into that because you guys don't care. We preach to an audience that doesn't care. It's like Slipknot at the Taylor Swift concert. Wouldn't make sense, right? The audience ain't going to resonate with that music. Well, you know, there's only so much I can do out here. That's why we're broadcasting on we're doing dual streams because it seems to invite some new people in here, but I think that might be over with here. We'll see here today. Nonetheless, the official Xbox podcast, is coming this Thursday. And if no one cares, then I won't even cover it. Because quite frankly, I mean, you know, at this rate, no one cares. We can't even stream anymore because we're streaming to non-gamers, anti-gamers. Like there's a website, I forgot what it's called, where it's like wehatevideogames.com. I don't know if that's what it is, but it seems like y'all came from there. I don't hate video games. It's just there's only a few that are actually good out of, the thousands and thousands that have been produced, quite frankly. So very picky on my taste, but that doesn't mean that I hate video games. And I will say that going back to the games that I thought were good and playing them in 2024 might not be the best idea because it shows how far we've come, especially in the animation department. Okay, the chat is totally dead on mobile. I think that's a lost cause at this point. I think they flipped the switch on that. It lasted for 4 or 5 days, but I'm not seeing any activity over there, so I'm not sure what's going on, but nonetheless. We're going to need you guys to communicate out here. This is a two-way street. Please communicate. Please chat. Please call in. I would do call-ins if it made sense, but with these ratings, it doesn't make sense. You're the same two callers on the line for 3 hours straight. It's no fun in that. If you don't care, then I'm not sure why you would tune in. You want to talk about the Super Bowl last night? There's plenty of topics to talk about, but it seems like you don't want to discuss anything because we have the most antisocial crowd on the internet. Never seen something like this before in my life. Okay, the mobile is totally dead. We're going to restart the mobile. I think we're going to restart the mobile. It's totally dead. Chat's not moving. First time I've ever seen that. There's something off there. We had more participation last night with no audio. Think about that. Unbelievable. Mobile is dead. That's not what we're talking about here. Super Bowl, by the way. Okay, well, let's just get you up out of here. First person to get up out of here. It's always toxicity. Oh, it's got that loser profile picture. Okay, let's get you up out of here. It's always the toxicity. You just can't help it. It doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter what day it is. It's just pure toxicity. Well, that's how you were raised. Your parents did a terrible job. They raised you to be toxic, and you didn't. You don't know anything else. All right, we're going to restart the mobile. There's something wrong there. Hold on, let me see. Maybe we got to... Okay, the mobile is moving. The mobile is moving. The chat was paused. The mobile is moving. The mobile is moving. The chat on the mobile is moving. The chat was paused for some reason. We were about ready to wrap that up, but we need to just scroll up there. Okay, the chat is moving on mobile. The chat. I see the chat now on mobile. It's moving. The chat is moving on mobile. Israeli shekel coming through, pop of the cherry. That's what we're talking about. Oh, Lord. Just please be normal. You'll never get pussy if you are weird. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Chicks don't want to be with weirdos, okay? Believe me, they don't. You think it's cool and you think it's edgy and you think you're so unique, but you're not. You're a loser, okay? That's how she sees you, so. Time to get outside, hit the gym, get normal. Please, thank you. If you hit the gym, I'll hit the gym. Okay, it's a two-way street. Come in here and say stupid shit that no one's laughing. Like, no one even types in laugh out loud anymore. Like, they cannot have any fun anymore, Betty Sue down the street said she didn't love anymore and they got mad. Well, don't know what to tell you. So the Xbox event is happening this Thursday. No one in here cares. I can tell from the chat. You're not communicating about it. Not one single conversation about this. So what do you want me to do? Just sit out here and repeat this, that it's coming this Thursday? Because it seems like that's what we have to do. You guys have nothing to say about this. You don't care about this. And that's why we're hoping to get some new people in here on mobile that maybe can give two shits about what's going on here with the future of Xbox and where this is headed on Thursday. No, the Xbox fans aren't in here. Their feathers got ruffled a few months ago when we talked about Starfield, so they no longer come back into the show. They got really mad about that because I didn't have the same stance on them with that game, and they sat there and they said, "Oh, Michael's lying," and it's like, I'm not lying. The game's trash. I mean, I was hyping it up, but the game's trash. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? And some other people flip-flopped on their opinion on that, and it's just like, it was a sore, sour subject, but whatever. The Xbox fanboys can no longer be bothered to come in here, so I'm not sure. I would love to know their opinion. They're always welcome, but, if they can't be bothered to put their foot in the door and try and welcome themselves in, then that's, not much I can do there. Okay, we got Dark Horse coming through with the 10 on the mobile. We got Dark Horse coming through with the 10 on the mobile. The problem with today's consoles, soulless games, period. The fix to that would be a collapse live we saw in the 80s. I disagree. I think gaming is as good as it was when you grew up. The problem is that this generation, the crowd that I'm talking to in here, is seemingly just kind of grown out of games, yet they can't detach themselves from the conversation surrounding games. Kind of like people with this show, they detach themselves with this show, but they can't help but get it, it's rent-free in the head, and, they can't help but talk about it 24/7. And that's like the fake gamers that have infested the industry. They don't play games, but they can't help but, it's just a rent-free situation. These PlayStation fanboys can't help but talk about Xbox, and these Xbox fanboys can't help but talk about PlayStation, yet they barely play any of these games. So it's a sad situation, but, it is what it is. And that's what's happened. The internet has destroyed a lot of things that you once loved. I mean, you can go on YouTube and look at the game's ending, look at all of the cutscenes, look at all of the unlockables, so on and so forth. Many hours, days even, before the game comes out. And quite frankly, that's just sad. That's just sad. The only way to fix that would be to not send it out to review codes. Okay, we've already read that out. No, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. One of the problems right now is that Rockstar put out the trailer too early for GTA 6, and you know, once they show you the future of gaming and what it could potentially be, you get all excited and flustered, and you know, you're jumping up and down for GTA 6, 12 years in the making, Rockstar Games, blah 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 blah, and you know that game isn't coming out until probably what, November 2025, right? So what's the point? Well, they showed us something a little too early. They showed us something a little too early here. Okay, we got no members, we got no mods here today. Can't be bothered to tune in. They got the Super Bowl hangover excuse as if they were watching the game. Then they come in here and claim to not be sports fans, like, oh, we don't care about sports, Michael. Well, you don't seem to care about anything. That's the problem. So chat's totally dead. I got to work with myself out here, and that's been the case for years, but not sure what to tell you. Other than the Xbox event is coming this Thursday, February 15th. Israeli Shekel coming through with a two-time Tony Hawk combo. Okay, chat's totally... We're going to reset mobile. We're going to reset mobile. There's something fucked up over there. Chat's totally dead. Shouldn't be that dead. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Hitting the gym hard and strong. That's what we're talking about. Israeli Shekel coming through yet again. That's what we're talking about. Two-time Tony Hawk combo. Yeah, they can't be bothered to tune in because they don't care about video games. You talk about anything outside of that and they might tune in, but you start talking about the world of video and it just cannot click or resonate. Yet they claim to be true gamers, by the way. Now, that's just not true. They claim to be true gamers, by the way. If that were the case, then you would be intertwined with this conversation. But you have this weird perception that, oh, Michael doesn't care about any of what he talks about. And that couldn't be further from the truth. But if you want to believe that, I mean, you're welcome to believe whatever you think. Just like I have an opinion on certain things and, you know. Alrighty, let's talk about Xbox. Can you please say something about Xbox? Do you agree with this? Do you think this is going to be a solid move? What do you think about Phil Spencer and the future of Xbox? And do you think Starfield is still coming to the PlayStation 5? There are multiple questions that I just asked you guys, and let's see if anyone can answer any of them. There's a brand new Xbox podcast coming this Thursday to update us on the future of this platform, and I guess it is dead because the chat does not want to move on both platforms. On both streams. So, okay, who's coming through on mobile? Hobo Star coming through hard with the 10. That's what we're talking about, buddy. Hobo Star coming through with the 10. Hobo Star coming through with the 10. Phil Spencer killed Xbox. Okay, well, you're going to have to elaborate on that. How did Phil Spencer, in your opinion, kill Xbox? Would love to know. You can't just say he killed Xbox without saying... more than that, because that doesn't tell us much. Hobo Star coming through with the 10. That's what we're talking about. Valentine's Day is this Wednesday, and on Thursday, well, I don't know if that's the correct date, actually, but nonetheless, Valentine's Day is coming this week, and so is the Xbox event. So if she doesn't break your heart on Valentine's Day, Phil Spencer might, right? If she doesn't break your heart on Valentine's Day, Phil Spencer might. All right. We're going to wrap it up on mobile and just reset this because it's kind of off today on the mobile. We'll see. I'm a fake gamer. Okay, elaborate on that. You can never elaborate on that because I complain about every game. Well, you're naive to the show. Like, you don't understand the show. Look at the first video we made. We were complaining about fucking something. You know, we're complaining about everything and anything. So, not sure what to tell you on that. Just like you guys do. You get in your house and you start bitching about everything and anything. You know, that's all people do is complain. I've never not heard anyone complain in this life. I've never met a positive person. It's fake positive. Never met a positive person. Everyone's bitching. I'm not even trolling. I don't think I've ever talked to someone who was genuinely positive. And if they were, it was only for that specific moment in time. They were always bitching about something else down the road. Positivity doesn't exist. Okay, I'm just going to turn the chat off. You're going to have to join on mobile or something because it's getting a little ridiculous in here. Like, you cannot conversate about this. I don't understand why we go live. You just want to sit out here and like watch me like go back and forth? Is that really what you want? Because y'all are in love. Like, you are secretly just so down bad for me. And it's like, that's why you want the OnlyFans, because you're like, you know, you're down bad. And, you know, she already told you she doesn't love. So for Valentine's Day, it's going to be an isolated experience. Every new exclusive that Phil Spencer greenlit has been a dud. Okay, you have to list examples. What exclusives? What exclusives has Phil Spencer greenlit? What exclusives has Phil Spencer greenlit? I don't even know what you're talking about. Exclusives, by the way. What exclusives has Phil Spencer greenlit? What exclusives has Phil Spencer greenlit? Man, we might have to go back to Warzone. We got a ton of support yesterday. Every time we come outside, it's like this weird disconnect of like, why is this guy outside? It's because no one else is. And therefore, that makes it cool. So name any exclusives that Phil Spencer, the OG Kojima game will be praised because it is decent Xbox game. There will not be much of a reason to own an Xbox system if they shuffle all the software to another system. Well, we've been hearing rumors more recently that that's not maybe going to be the case now. So, and that could explain why they're just doing a small podcast here and not a kind of bigger event to update on the future of Xbox. Because, you know, why do they need to do a podcast? I mean, that's what we're talking about, carrying the show right here. Let's get you them lasers, bud. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Let's get them lasers, bud. Well, it's going to be woke slop. The devs don't believe in crunch. So it's probably not going to be fantastic. So, but you know, who knows? That's not coming out until another 2 years or something, basically. So, long wait for GTA 6. They should have never pulled the curtain back, and they could have continued milking GTA 5. But for some reason, they decided to show us a trailer for a game that isn't coming out anytime soon, and there's just not much of a point in that because now the game is dead. The Florida Joker has to carry the whole fucking game. Even Mr. Boss for the win, his views are down because no one cares about the game. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's just like we're living in a different era where these games just aren't as big anymore. I mean, if Nirvana came up today, they wouldn't be as big as they were back then because, you know, the internet wasn't a thing. If the internet was a thing and Nirvana, you know, came up in that time, they'd probably get lost in the mix. I mean, they'd be popular, sure, but I don't think it would have been as focused or anything like that. The same with the Beatles. I mean, any big band. If the Beatles, you know, came up today, I mean, they'd be big, no doubt about it, but it wouldn't be as honed in as it was back in the day. Because back in the day, you had to basically get big on the radio, and that was it. There was no other option. It was a pretty straightforward process. Now it's like, well, you just put your garbage music up on the internet and hope that 5 people listen. And it's like, well, yeah, you're never going to make it. You might as well go to Nashville and fucking play some bars down there because you'll make a bit more money than you will putting useless songs on the internet that no one listens to. I mean, honestly, you will literally be more successful in Nashville. Oh, Lord. Let's get you up out of here. All of the huge bands of the past, well, there's more options now than ever. You know, back in the day, you would flip through the television and, you know, you didn't see a menu on the screen telling you what it was or anything like that. Like, you know, That's why gaming is dead. It's not because the quality of games is worse. I mean, it's gone in a different direction, absolutely. It's about frame rate, resolution, ray tracing, things of that nature. How do we have no mods in here? Where are the mods at? Oh, we didn't get the notification, by the way. Super Bowl hangover. You know, I mean, it's just Excuse City in here. It's Excuse City in here. You know, they can't be bothered to make time for you, but unbelievable. And I already told you what was going to happen last night at the Super Bowl. I was right yet again. You know, that's what the NFL wanted. Patrick Mahomes is the next Tom Brady, and he sells. You know, the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, I mean, what do they call him, Mr. Irrelevant? Well, that's because he doesn't sell. You know, he's not another Tom Brady. I mean, he just doesn't have the star power. And, you know, the NFL wanted, they wanted the Chiefs to win because they got the Taylor Swift love story. They got Patrick Mahomes solidifying his Super Bowl wins and rings and all that stuff. And it made for a great story, and the ratings, you know, the Chiefs are more popular than ever. So that's what the NFL wanted, and that's what they got. Telling the viewers the future of Xbox will happen. First of all, Xbox exclusives you can play on PlayStation. If Xbox make new exclusives, games will also be available to PlayStation. Well, that remains to be seen. I mean, this podcast could be good news. This podcast could be bad news. It really just depends on ultimately which direction they take it. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to look at the mobile chat here because it's a little bit more lively. He was the last. He was called Mr. Irrelevant because he was the last pick of the draft. They gave him to someone every year. Okay, well, it shows bias. I mean, if they're literally calling him Mr. Irrelevant, like, quite frankly, the commentators are biased. It's like WWE. The commentators pick sides. Like, you have a heel and babyface commentator, and hello, Mr. Fake Gamer. Well, I'm not a fake gamer. If I'm a fake gamer, then so is Dreamcast Guy, so is Marlin Gaming Nation, so is... Who else doesn't show gameplay much? There's a few other people I don't want to mention. But, yeah, there's plenty of fake gamers on this website, so I'm gladly joining... I'm gladly joining them in their fake gamer... road. Phil Spencer needs to resign. This is a really riveting chat experience here. You guys obviously don't care about this topic, and it's like, well, everyone else can stream. I mean, I just saw someone streaming earlier with 400 plus viewers, and they have way less subscribers than me. We're talking like way less subscribers than me. 400 viewers, by the way. You know, it's just like the botting is unreal, and they claim that I'm botting, and it's like, no, I'm not. How am I botting? You should watch the channels that are actually botting because it's very obvious. Like literally these 3 channels have way less subs than me. Some of them even stream irrelevant games with irrelevant gameplay. Like there's no way you have 600 people watching Resident Evil Village, bud. There's no way. Less subscribers. There's no way you have, and it's not like this is like a speedrunner dude or anything like that, like some random hobo, okay? There's no way this guy has 600 plus viewers on Resident Evil Village. Less subscribers, not a speedrunner, nothing special about it. There's no way. There's no way. If this were like the best speedrunner in the world, I could see maybe people tuning in for that, because there's a reason right there to tune in. But with that said, motherfucker has like 600 views, less subs, playing an irrelevant game like RE Village. Ain't nobody believing that bullshit. That's view botting up the ass. That's view botting up the ass. Yeah, they're waiting until Thursday. But, you know, the Xbox fanboys can't be bothered to come in here and defend this and say it's a great thing. Quite frankly, I think this is a spit in the face to Xbox fans by just, coming out of the woodwork after all that turmoil in the last week and saying, hey, we're going to do a fucking silly podcast where we talk about barely anything. Riveting stuff. Let's go ahead and hit that like button on the desktop stream. We only have 79 likes. That's why we're just, the mobile's not doing much better, but geez, can't be bothered to like. I'm just going to turn the likes and dislikes off at this point because you can't be bothered to interact. Everything you don't want to interact with, we're just going to basically turn off. So we'll turn off likes and dislikes. We'll turn off chat eventually because you guys can't be bothered to use that either, right? Oh my God. If it were anyone else out here streaming, you'd be in love with this show. Like, oh, hell yeah, Lana's live, but she's outside. I want to see her pretty face. But it's old man Michael, with the weird eyeballs. Can't handle it. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to turn the chat off on desktop. You want to continue chatting, come over to mobile. Whole chat's conversating about mods and shit. Like, I'm done with y'all. Come over to mobile. We'll turn it on in a little bit, but turn the chat off on the desktop. Turn the chat off on the desktop. It's ridiculous. So if you want to come over and chat, come over to mobile. If you can't find it, well, just wait until we turn it back on desktop. I'm not going to sit there and listen to that bullshit of, oh, you guys are in love with a certain user in here and oh, mods. And I'm not going to listen to it. Totally off topic, totally irrelevant to the discussion at hand. So we're turning the chat off for a certain time here. Yeah, we'll continue looking at the mobile chat here. Okay, let's get you up out of here. All right, let's get a one in the chat for mobile users. We are currently exclusively looking at the mobile chat. This is the only chat that is on. We will turn it back on with desktop, but right now, that desktop chat is just super cringe. You don't have a wife. She left you 5 years ago. That's what I was told. So you're living this fantasy of still having a wife. And she left you 5 years ago. Oh, Lord. Well, the mobile chat keeps it moving. When you don't have anyone chatting on that desktop bullshit, it's just like really cringe. It's really cringe. But the algorithm is pretty dead here. So I don't care if you prefer the desktop. It's the same show, just with less graphics. And the audio's worse, I guess. But I don't know what to tell you, bud. Then stay over there. Stay at the desktop stream then. Okay, if you're gonna keep begging for the wrench, I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm pretty sure you've been timed out before, so I'm not sure why I give it. You're not selling yourself at all. It's not how you get a job. Okay, like in real life, for example, that's not how you get a job. You don't go to the interview and say I'm the best candidate for this interview, for this job. They're not gonna hire you. You that's not how you sell yourself. That's not how you sell yourself. Oh, I want the wrench because I think I'd be a good fit. That doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me anything. Here we go again. We're going to turn this chat off. We're going to go back to the desktop. We're going to turn this chat off and go back to the desktop. We're going to have to keep switching back and forth because you guys are not listening. It's always about mod conversation. It's always about, this guy not showing up. It's always about that guy not showing up. It's always about, hey, this guy, it's a weird thing. It's a very odd thing, but it's been like that for years, so nothing new. Nothing new. Okay. Why do we have to wait until Thursday for this announcement? That's because that's what Xbox is doing. MO coming through, that's what we're talking about. MO coming through with the 5 boomers, and the dinosaur box stream have Sleepy Joe energy. Yeah, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. They really do. If you're bored of the show, just let me know. I mean, we can try and figure out some new things to do, but they can't communicate in that way where it's like, well, I got to figure out what they're thinking. I got to Coca-Cola, by the way. You know, and it's just like if you're bored of the show, which, you know, I think that's one of the reasons why you guys chat the way you do is because you're kind of just bored of the show. And it's like, well, why would you click on something you're bored of? That's kind of odd, but you do you. Yeah, well, that's why the mobile is more fun right now, because at least the fucking chat moves. I mean, it's been a little bit of a struggle today to get that chat moving in the mobile, but, you know, typically it does move much faster according to the data than it does on the dinosaur stream. So it's just, you know, you can look at it and it's just moving, and, you know, it's just a little bit better energy in the mobile for some reason. I have no idea. I don't understand why that's the case, but must be something to do with the phone. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. More passion. Passion for what? Fucking your mother? Yeah, I got passion for that. She called me and she said she's going to have a big, we're going to go on a big date on Valentine's Day. It's going to be fantastic. If she lets me stream it, I'll stream it. You guys can come on the date with me. And I'll listen to the chat, and you guys will tell me how I'm doing. It's going to be so much fun. So we're going to have a lot of passion for that. More passion in the vertical stream. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just making vague statements. More passion in the sense that you want more passion from me, or you want more passion from the audience, or are you seeing more passion? What you're saying doesn't make sense. You cannot communicate clearly. That's why you haven't found a job ever. They're never going to hire you. You have to communicate. That's what human beings do. They communicate. You can sit there and say you're antisocial, but that's a fallacy. Because at the end of the day, it is. You're craving communication, but you don't want to go through the hurdle of being rejected. That's really what it is. If the hurdle was never there, you would, you know, if that thing wasn't up in your head, then you would freely walk around and communicate with anyone without fear of rejection or without fear of judgment. So, you know, just think about that. Alrighty, we're going to open up the chat back on the desktop here. We're going to open up the chat back on the desktop. Thought it was going to be a little bit better, but too many regulars in the mobile chat to make it interesting. So we're going to go back and open it up here on the desktop. We're going to go back and open it up here on the desktop. So the chat is back open on the desktop here. The chat is back open on the desktop here. I'm trying to communicate about this, but when my streams cannot get pushed out and everyone else's streams can about the same topic, despite them having less subscribers and this, that, and the third, well, then there's not much I can do here. Okay, if you don't care about Xbox, then how am I going to talk to anyone about it? You know, if I call her right now, I guarantee she doesn't care about this Xbox podcast. Well, there's no conversation to be had there. If she doesn't care, then the conversation doesn't go too far. PS5 outselling Xbox 2-1. The true next-gen PS5 graphics. If you the chat's moving too fast on mobile, you're gonna have to get less wordy. I'm not reading 2 paragraphs, dude. Gaming is dead, Michael. Time for a new hobby. Well, that's your opinion. How is it dead? When the numbers state otherwise. Show me the numbers that it says it's dead. You can't go back to 4channel. In fact, we need more people from 4channel to come over here, specifically from V, because they kind of kept the show a little based. But you know, you guys can't. The guy who used to share the streams over there, and I'm not saying anyone do this because you'll get IP banned if you do. But the guy that used to share the streams, or a few of the folks that did that, no longer do, seemingly. So but I wouldn't recommend it. They will IP ban you, so unless you're Young Yeah or something. They love, you can show Young Yeah videos all day and all night. You can show Video Game Donkey videos over there all day and all night, but as soon as you share anyone else, it's, especially me, it's a big problem. So, it's kind of like, they love the popular normies. It's basically what it boils down to. They love the popular normies. What's your take on the Xbox podcast? Well, I think it's silly. I think it's tone deaf. I think we should have just saw a video of Phil Spencer come out and direct communication from the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, saying, hey, we heard you loud and clear. And, we don't need a podcast where they all sit around and it's a tone deaf announcement. It really is. I mean, you had for the past week or so, since Phil Spencer said that the update was coming, you had the Xbox community in turmoil. They were taking their Xbox and throwing it in the trash. They were burning Xbox t-shirts, right? There was a ton of turmoil, as there should have been, in the Xbox community. And now all of a sudden we get this silly podcast where they're just going to sit around and tell us what you want to hear, but without speaking directly to the gamer. I think, and again, I haven't seen the Xbox podcast, so I don't know which way they're going to really take it, but I'm just, assuming that that's what it's going to be. They're going to sit down, have this interview, and I would have preferred a close-up shot of Phil Spencer saying, we hear you, and we'd like to take a moment to, talk with the Xbox fans, as opposed to this Xbox podcast business update. This is so tone deaf, really, to be honest. But that's the way Microsoft does stuff. I mean, it's been like that for so many years. That's why Apple is so successful, because you can feel the soul in the product a little bit more than you can in the imagine buying a Microsoft product and jumping up and down. No one ever does that. When you buy an Apple product, it's special. You want to flaunt it a little bit because it's there's something to it. There's a soul in their products. There's creativity, there's passion, it's not just some clinical thing. That's what Microsoft feels like. It feels like some clinical, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just Xbox used to be cool. 360, go watch the Xbox 3, and it's not nostalgia. It's just even the early Xbox One stuff had some great ideas. It just really wasn't gamer-related focus, and they've always been off the mark on that shit. They're trying to captivate an audience that just doesn't want to. They looked at the data. They saw that most people during the end of the 360 life cycle were probably watching Netflix and using it as a box for entertainment consumption as opposed to gaming. And that's why they shifted focus for the Xbox One presentation and said, this is an all-in-one device. We got watch television while you're gaming. We got sports updates, blah, 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 right? So they went after the wrong audience, and the internet especially didn't agree with it. But basically what they showed in the Xbox One presentation is pretty much all but here now in 2024. I mean, you can't, in fact, I would argue barely any changed. Barely anything changed. They just came out and, said some of the right things, but not much has changed really from that initial vision. The Xbox One, if you were to buy a new, let me just say this right now. If you were to buy a new sealed Xbox One today, a launch day edition Xbox One, and you were to come home, unbox it, plug it in, without internet, you can't do anything with it. So there's no point, a PS4, if you bought a launch day sealed PS4, still going to have the old firmware on it, no internet required, right? But, the Xbox One still had that in there, right? You have to have internet to activate the box. And, it's been like that since Xbox One. And that's why Don Matrick just came out and spit facts. He said, well, we have a console for you. It's called Xbox 360. And people were mad about that as if it was some oh, wow, he doesn't appreciate, the fans. And it's no, that's not what he's saying. He's just spitting facts. We have a console for you. It's Xbox 360. And he wasn't wrong. And now everyone has come to accept the fact that, we're living in this all digital, always online, connected ecosystem. Physical media is basically all but dead at this point. And that died off quicker than I thought, to be honest. Like just within the last 6 months, it died. Physical media. Like barely any of these stores are selling games anymore, right? You know, Best Buy's not selling physical media anymore, right? I heard Xbox, you know, they're not selling Xbox games in certain stores, right? I mean, I don't know if that's true. I haven't been to the store, but I'm sure if I went to the store, I'm sure the Xbox selection is going to be smaller than the PlayStation selection, I'll tell you that. The Microsoft Surface Stream is rumored to be working on a Game Pass cloud device. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. The Microsoft Surface team. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. The Microsoft Surface team. What the fuck is a Microsoft Surface? Is that a laptop or is that table thing? Remember that table thing? Does anyone remember that table thing from Microsoft? It was for like businesses or something, and you know, it was this like weird futuristic table thing. You put something on the table and it would like, I forgot what it did, but it was actually really cool. It was a long time ago. Best Buy stores have been closing near me as well. Yep. Oh, Lord. Physical media died because word got out about Discrot. Okay, bud. Okay, dude. I'm not going to even discuss it. Not going to discuss it. God, you guys want to discuss the most stupid shit. Disc rot, by the way. That's not a thing. I don't care. Show me one disc that you physically own in your collection that has disc rot, and I'll believe it. Tired of it. If you don't have any if you don't have any CDs, compact discs, DVDs, whatever, that have disc rot, then shut your mouth. Tired of hearing about it. Oh, it exists because I saw some Photoshop picture on the internet. Doesn't exist. Never seen a disc with disc rot. Waiting for a comment to read so we can communicate. Not seeing anything. The table from Microsoft had augmented reality. I don't know about that. This table was from like 10 years ago at this point. Actually, probably earlier than that. I don't think it ever came out. It was like for businesses and stuff like that. It wasn't a consumer product. Oh, Lord. Most Microsoft hardware has been bad. I guess Microsoft... I don't know why you guys are talking about the Microsoft Surface. Who gives a shit about the fucking Microsoft Surface? I've seen 3 comments about the Microsoft Surface. What the fuck is the Microsoft Surface? Is it a Surface where your mother lays down on it with the lingerie? Because if so, we're going to buy the Microsoft fucking Surface. Jesus Christ. Microsoft Surface. I don't know what the hell that is. God damn, you guys are shills in here. Imagine being excited to own an Xbox or a Microsoft product. Could never be me. So stale, so clinical, so fucking palatable, it's not even funny. There's no imagination in the products, there's nothing. It's just like a doctor's office when you buy a Microsoft product. It just feels fucking boring and sterile. Well, if she doesn't love, she's going to let you know this Valentine's Day. This week is Valentine's Day, you know? So, you might think she loves, but when you ask her to go on the date on Valentine's Day and she says no, well then, don't come crying back because I already told you she didn't love. No, we're not playing Final... More than likely, we're not playing Final Fantasy, but we'll see. I haven't played the demo, haven't downloaded it, have no desire to play that slop. Because first of all, it's going to offend certain people in here, and not only that, I just don't really care about those games. I've never once covered a Final Fantasy game here on this channel. Never once. So why would I start now? Oh, Lord, can we please communicate here? This is a dead end. No one is communicating. Okay, let's get you up out of here. No one is communicating out here. No one is communicating. I'm going to stop covering this. Probably won't even cover it this Thursday because whenever February 15th is, because quite frankly, you guys don't care. Let me see when February 15th is. And if you don't care, then I don't care. It's as simple as that. It's a two-way street. February 15th is this Thursday. This Valentine's Day is this Wednesday. So if she doesn't break your heart on Wednesday, Phil Spencer will on Thursday, more than likely. But you guys don't care. I'm not playing Skull and Bones. We've already played that. I don't want to play it again. It's boring. You have to have patience with that game, and I don't have patience. We're not going to play that slop. We're not going to play that slop. Okay, but instead of just saying it's over, maybe like string together a sentence that's relevant to the fucking topic. See, it's a two-way street in here. It's as simple as that. When you guys can't come in here and communicate about the topic at hand, then, it's a problem. I've been talking about it. I'm trying to get the conversation ignited, but you guys cannot follow suit because you don't care. You have this disconnect in your peanut-sized brain that says, I don't care about Xbox. Then why click on it? Because you want to see my face? Because you're in love. Love. That's something she's never going to give you. Damn. What is the topic? It's about getting you banned. See you later, bud. Fucking loser. Here we go. People have started to shill for Skull and Bones. Looks like the woke Ubisoft has struck again, going to be dead on arrival. Well, if they paid me if they even gave me a free shirt, I'd shill the fucking game. So Ubisoft, if you're listening, send over a free shirt and I'll shill the fucking game. That's all it takes for me. I don't even need to get paid. We'll send over a shirt and I'll wear the shirt and advertise the game. It's just win-win. Dragon's Dogma 2 looks epic. Yeah, we'll be covering that, but that's not out until next month, so I'm not sure what you want me to talk about there. The graphics do look good. I saw it at the PlayStation State of Play. They said there might be a demo for Dragon's Dogma 2 before the release, so that could be interesting. So we'll definitely take a look. Haven't played the first, but the director of that game has said some things that are resonating with how I feel and think about the medium, so... He said something about fast travel, and I think it really clicked for me. The guy who made Dragon's Dogma 2. Okay, that chat has nothing relevant to say. Okay, that chat is totally dead, so I guess we're just going to sit out here and awkwardly dead air. Imagine if the radio host, if you were listening to the radio, they just stopped talking. Then maybe you'd listen, Talk about Dying Light 2. That's a dead game. What do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to talk? Dying Light 2, by the way. Did you guys really want me to stick with Dying Light 2? Couldn't imagine talking about that game still. There's nothing there. Outside of, some cosmetic updates and stupid events. Well, if you're on mobile, you might not know the topic, and that's fine. So, figure it out. Will you be playing Persona 3 again? I don't think there's much of a reason to jump back in. I'm not sure what to tell you there. I'm not sure what to tell you there, but man, we might have to wrap this up soon here. I mean, the energy's just not here. I don't know what it's gonna I don't know what it's gonna take. We might have to do a special Valentine's Day stream. I'd have to just find someone who is someone who's desperate for clout and bring them onto the show and see how that goes, because it's just like, man, you guys will not. I mean, there's just no energy in here. I got two streams going, and this chat just cannot communicate. They can't be bothered to do much of anything. It's this outside disconnect. You got to be inside because they resonate with that. They resonate with the dimly lit basement. So. Okay, chat's totally dead over there. We're going to have to turn that off again. And we're going to focus on the mobile chat here. We're going to focus on the mobile chat here. We're going to focus on the mobile chat here. We're going to focus on the mobile chat. We're going to be turning out the desktop chat yet again, as it has died out completely. So we're going to turn that off, give that a break, and we're going to be focusing on the mobile chat. So the chat is turned off for the desktop stream, and if you want to continue chatting, come over to the mobile stream here. As they didn't want to utilize the chat over there, so come over here and look at this. All right, let's get a 1 in the chat in the mobile here. Let's get a 1 in the chat in the mobile here to see if you guys are alive and awake here. Let's get a 1 in the chat. Let's get a 1 in the chat. There's no delay, so, or if there is a delay, well, there is a delay, but very minimal, very minimal. So when I say 1 in the chat, I should see you guys moving it pretty quickly after that, because there's not a delay, so can't give me that excuse. You guys have nothing to talk about. Like, do you really need a female on the stream to invigorate conversation? Like, is that how down bad you are? Because it seems like that's the case. Well, I'm sure we can find someone. If we really had to, I'm sure we could find someone. Because it's like you won't talk about anything else. You have nothing to talk about. Is that how you go about your daily life? You just sit there and stare at the wall every day? You have nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. You have no interests, no desires, no thoughts on anything. Yes. Cool. Well, I guess we're just going to sit here and stare into the abyss. I guess we're just going to sit here and stare into the abyss. Okay, Daniel is being toxic. Let's get you up out of here, bud. I don't make fun of you, so, I'm sure you have your buds that, they think you're so cool, but they trust me, they talking shit behind them backs. Just know, if you're in a band and you leave the van, if you're in a band and you leave the van, guess who's talking shit? You don't want to ever leave the van. You don't want to ever leave the van, because if you leave the van, they're going to be talking shit. The Super Bowl just happened. We can't talk about that because you guys don't care about that. There's a new Xbox update, an official Xbox update to put the rumors to rest, potentially coming this Thursday. We can't talk about that. Valentine's Day is coming up. You have no desire for that because you're going to be lonely and single for the rest of your life. Well, join the club. Well, you didn't get banned. Your gaslighting there, you didn't get banned. You got timed out, presumably. You didn't get. If you were banned, you wouldn't be chatting. And this is mobile, so I expect it to be a more off-topic because it's a little bit more convenient to see the title of the stream. All right, we're gonna go back to desktop. Mobile's boring. There's too many regulars in there. Too many regulars in there to make it interesting. It would have to be new people. And the algorithm's not pushing it out hard. All right, we're gonna go back to desktop chat here. We're gonna go back to desktop chat here. We're going to go back to desktop chat here. Yep, desktop chat is back open here. We're trying to figure out what you guys want to talk about, and that is seemingly nothing. Yeah, there's how many people in here in total? If we were to do the math, 200 plus 100, that's 300. And we have more viewers than that, but the math gets complicated. So over 300 viewers and not a single, no one can be bothered to communicate here. Tomb Raider 1 and 3 Remastered is dropping on Valentine's Day. Yeah, there you go. Go play that. Wow, what a release date for those games. Let's go, 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 let's go. There's 300 people staring at me saying nothing. That's fucking weird. It's basically what you're doing. You guys have nothing to talk about outside of putting like something totally irrelevant in the chat or just spamming it essentially. You have nothing to say. You have literally nothing to say. And you want me to come out here and sit in the cold weather? Well, that's a disrespect to my time. I could be inside laying in the bed right now doing literally nothing. We do a gameplay stream and believe me, we can just sit there and do nothing. That's fine with me. I mean, because we'll get more support that way anyway. I mean, you guys came through pretty decently yesterday, but today, you know, we come back outside and it's like there's a massive disconnect. Why is this guy talking about video games outside? You just cannot fathom that. But here's the thing. If Alana did it, you would be in love with the concept. You'd be in love with the idea. You'd be on your knees like, oh my God, Alana, this is so amazing. Oh my God, this is the first show of its kind. You're outside and it's so refreshing. I love the scenery. You know, you'd be up her ass. About how great the show is, but you know, it's boomer, you know, Michael, we don't want to hear this, you know. Oh man. Okay, but you can't formulate a conversation at all. You can't formulate a conversation at all. You just want to sit there and say something that just does not ignite conversation, ignite topic. We've already streamed Pal World. I guess no one tuned in for some reason for that. We played it one time for like 40 minutes and turned it off. The game's trash. For some reason, no one tuned in for it. I don't know why. I guess because we only streamed it for 40 minutes. Well, I can't leave the game running for 8 hours. I mean, it's not something that I want to do here. Mobile chat is a mess. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. Trying to talk about this Xbox event, yet no one in here has anything to say about the Xbox event. Literally the future of Xbox. You know, so many Xbox fans are still fucking pissed. They're still upset. Some of the rumors have gone backwards in the sense that maybe Starfield isn't coming to PlayStation 5 now. So we just don't really know what's happening here. Is there going to be a third-party shift? Is it going to be just saying, hey, we're going to make a few changes, but nothing drastic? You know, is that why this is just a podcast and not a bigger kind of video? Because why does it need to be a podcast form? Just to sit there and discuss this? Is that really the best way to get the information out? I don't think it is. So I have a feeling that this announcement might not be that big. This seems like an internet announcement where it's like, well, only the people that care about this shit, like the rumor gossip crowd, you know, that's what this is kind of catering and pandering towards. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a big announcement, to be honest, because it's a podcast. If it were a big announcement, it would, you know, presumably they would just put out a video and say, hey, a message from head of Xbox, Phil Spencer. You know what I mean? Calling it a podcast just seems like a counterintuitive move if they have actual big announcements to make. I don't think there's going to be big announcements here. I think some titles will come to PlayStation, but I don't really... I mean, if this is really them announcing that they're going third party, I don't see that. So it looks like everyone just made up rumors for the past week or so just to drive massive clicks because gaming news is so dry. So they just came up with a bunch of these wild rumors that like all of these games are coming to PlayStation and shit, and it got the Xbox fanboys riled up. And it's like, well, that still could be a possibility in some aspect, but It's a business update, and I think that's tone deaf. I mean, who's going to watch that? That sounds like a snooze fest. It's like, I think there's better ways to do it, but I'm probably not going to be covering it. So, I'm not going to sit there and watch some boring podcast where they just ramble for 45 minutes straight about like nothing. I mean, it doesn't seem like, I don't know if I'll be covering it live. We might, but right now it doesn't seem like it's really that big of a deal anymore. I think there's better ways to communicate, and a podcast just isn't really all that fantastic. Gaming news is dead. Great, you guys don't care. So why do we do this? You don't have any connection with gaming. And whether or not that's because of how I feel about games or not, that's totally irrelevant. But clearly, you don't care. So I can talk about sports. I can talk about movies. We can go out and sit in the grass right now and do nothing. If that's what you want, if that's what's going to... But you need a female on stream because you're down so bad. Holy shit. Never seen such a down bad audience. Like, it's just like, dude, you gotta fucking... You don't care about video games. Why are you here? You got the wrong interpretation of the show. Clearly. If I didn't care about games, I wouldn't have spent how many years talking about them for 50 views? Yeah, well, clearly I care to some degree. Jeez. I mean, it's just like, yes, we get it. Modern gaming is trash. We get it, slow news for gaming. What do you want me to tell you? Other channels can do just fine talking about gaming stuff and, less subscribers, 400 plus views. The whole conversation is directly on topic with what the damn conversation is about and what they're... But, over here, it's just like, well, I had a sandwich today. I rode my skateboard today. My car broke. I'm getting it fixed tomorrow. All this fucking bullshit that has nothing to do with anything. It's like spam, 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 spam. Spam, 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 spam. That's all it is, basically. It's just, it's totally off-topic conversations. I don't understand. No, if you need a female, go elsewhere, because I can't promise you that. I mean, if you know someone in the Chicagoland area that wants to be on the show, then let me know. But I don't know anyone, and you have to know people to get things going. That's really what you do. How does a movie get made? Does it get made by one? Name one movie that was made just by one person. Probably doesn't exist. Well, it probably does, but it's trash. They've had multiple people help out. Even if it's a small crew. Even if it's just two people, that's still another person helping out, right? That's how movies get made. There's a massive crew. That's how games get made. There's people that come together and make things. It's not a one-man band. I don't know where you're getting that idea from, but it's a fallacy. I'm not saying you can't make a game, but oh, Lord. I guess we're just going to sit out here and it's going to be very awkward. I don't know what you want me to talk about. You have zero care, zero drive, zero passion to come in here and talk about. Yet you click on it. What makes you physically... You're sending a brain to your finger to tap or click. You can't get... I mean, unless you talk to a device, which I guess can get you here. But nonetheless, you still have... the signal has to be sent from the brain to either the fingers or the mouth to get you to the show. You have to physically interact with a device, for the most part, to get to this show. I guess you can talk to the television, but you still have to talk to the remote or something, right? You have to figure that out. So you deliberately come here, yet you can't discuss anything. Well, that's awkward. That's very weird. That's not normal. That's not normal. You don't care about Xbox, but you click on this. Why? To see me? Am I that much of a fucking superstar in your fantasy head? Because it seems like I am. Well, maybe we'll roll out the OnlyFans, but how much are you going to pay? You know, that's the big question. Can you afford the OnlyFans? The only reason why I haven't done it yet is because you guys can't afford it. So, well, what's the point of me doing that? Jeez, you're just so in love. Oh, we want to see Michael without the shirt off. No, you're not getting that. It's not happening. It's not happening. Okay, let's get you up out of here. You can't talk about the Super Bowl and how the Chiefs won yet again. You can't talk about, anything. I mean, it's just nothing of conversation. Oh, we don't care about sports. We don't care about video games. Then what do you care about? What do you care about? Nothing. That's called depression. That's what that's called. It's called depression. You guys can't talk about anything in here. I'm getting really tired of it, okay? Because it's super annoying. You guys cannot talk about anything in here. Can't talk about games, can't talk about anything outside. Well, I know what you can talk about. I know what you can talk about. But we don't go down that road because there's no use in that. We don't go down that road because there's no use in that. So and that's why a lot of creators go down that road, because they already know that's what people will talk about. So let's talk about how sexy your mother is at age 50. She's very hot. Okay, your mother at 50 is unbelievable, spectacular bod, just in incredible shape. Believe me, I would know. She's in incredible shape. Your mother at 50 is incredible. Okay. All right, time to crack open the Mountain Dew, which means that we will have to utilize the... Well, that means the show is going to be a little bit shorter. Chiefs are trash. Let's not even go down that road. They almost lost last night. Very seldom were they ever in the lead. But, that's what the NFL wanted, so. It's way more marketable, and, NFL will make more money if Patrick Mahomes wins again, yes. I mean, that's really how it works. If the 49ers won, I mean, who's the big star in the 49ers? It's not the quarterback, right? But Mahomes is like, he's the next Tom Brady, and Taylor Swift behind the Chiefs, and, the guy she's dating. I mean, that's what the NFL wants. They want that massive storyline there, and they got what they wanted. They're the Super Bowl champs. Yikes. Yeah, the Usher performance was trash. The halftime show was absolute dog shit. So it's like, why? Well, I think Usher had to pay for that spot anyway. They don't pay him. It's the opposite because, but yeah, Usher must have been down so bad that he needed one last, just an irrelevant. He's a one-hit wonder. Usher is a one-hit wonder. Terrible halftime show. They get these irrelevant. It's like, can't you get like a classic band to come out? Like, I don't know how many classic bands are left, but it's like, dude, can't you just get like a classic band to come out? Like, I mean, it's gotta be just like something, just like some has-been artist or some fucking new artist that no one's ever heard of. Like, the halftime show is trash. Like, let's get Metallica to do the halftime show. I mean, that's not too Satan. Some people say, I mean, obviously if they were to bring Kiss to the halftime show, they wouldn't be doing that because they would say it's they're Satan worshipers and all that stuff. But, they can bring Metallica. Metallica should have, they got enough hits, obviously. So but rock isn't cool anymore. It's for losers. It's for drug addicts, right? Rock isn't cool anymore. It's not marketable. It doesn't sell. It's all about, you know, rap and you know, that's it. Rap is the new rock. Pink Floyd, they don't, the guy left Pink Floyd. What are you talking about? Roger Water or some shit? Didn't one of the guys leave Pink Floyd? I've never been into that band. And that would not work for the NFL. That would not work for the Super Bowl halftime show, bud. They got long drawn out songs, like that ain't gonna fit. That seems like a very Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem halftime show was better. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. They had that was pretty good. Yeah, they had Snoop Dogg. They had everyone there a few years ago. Riveting conversation. Man, this is. Okay, you guys didn't want to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show. Huh. They already had Paul McCartney. They already had Paul McCartney back in the day. I mean, they can bring him back, I guess, but he's probably too old now. He's like 90, so. Oh, man. Well, we're going to probably wind this one down here. We've been live for about an hour, and the energy just isn't really hitting here, so we're probably not going to cover this, to be honest. I mean, I'll watch it, but there's no reason to go live because you guys don't care. If you guys cared, I mean, it would be a fun conversation and you know, but if you don't care, then I'm not going to stream it. There's no point. I'll just watch it off the air. Oh my God, I don't know where you guys are doomers, like straight up doomers. Like games are trash, music sucks. It's like, well, I'm not a consumer. I don't really watch movies. I don't watch TV shows. Those are too much of time sinks. I don't really listen to music. I mean, I listen to the new Kanye album, but it's not like I sat there in the dark and listened to it. You know what I mean? Because to me, that's what listening is. If you're doing something else while listening to music, you're not listening to music. You have to give the music your undivided attention, and if you can't be bothered to do that, then you might be a fake music fan, quite frankly. But there were some good tracks off the new Kanye album, yeah. There were some good tracks off the new Kanye album. There were some good tracks off the new Kanye album. How am I gatekeeping music? What are you talking about? All I said was that I don't know what I don't listen to music. I mean, if there, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I need someone in the mobile chat that's totally new to the show to step up to the plate and say something, please. Thank you. Someone new in the mobile chat. Let's go. Someone new in the mobile chat. Done with the same old usernames. Go. Someone new in the mobile chat, step up, bud. Make sure you're subscribed too. In the mobile. Let's go, let's go. Please. Let's get you up out of here. You were toxic earlier. Now you want to play Two-Face. Not doing it. Let's get you up out of here. We don't want to see you. Okay, we're gonna turn the chat off. It's too Doomerville in the chat over there. We're going mobile only again. Too many Doomers in the main chat. See you later. That's why you're never getting pussy. she doesn't want to be around a doomer, okay? If you have to fake it, then so be it. But man, she doesn't like doomers, believe me. Okay, we're done with the Doomerville. I turned the chat off on the desktop. Too many doomers on that 4080. Could never be me. So we're going over to mobile. We're going over to mobile. This is where you're going to get laid, right here. You pull the phone out. That's socially acceptable. You get on your 4080, your 4090. That's Virginville, okay? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We're only on mobile. The Doomerville chat over there was just down really bad, and I'm tired of seeing it. Tired of seeing it. And we're going to be wrapping up the desktop stream here in a moment, and we're going to go solo for mobile. Two new Xbox consoles will be released. 26 of them is handheld. I have no idea what you're talking about. MO coming through with the 3. That's what we're talking about. MO coming through with the 3. That is what we're talking about. Okay, the chat's a little slow on mobile too, so I guess we're just gonna have to sit out here and do nothing. It's just one of them days. It's a Monday afternoon, you know. All right, we're going to end the stream on desktop. Thank you for tuning in on desktop. We're going to end the stream on desktop, and we'll see you soon. Okay, we've ended the stream on desktop. We've ended the stream on desktop. We've ended the stream on desktop, and we have gone mobile only here. We have ended the stream on desktop. We have ended the stream on desktop. We have ended the stream on desktop, and we are mobile only here. Okay. So if you're watching it on mobile or this vertical stream, then this is the only one we're continuing here. Okay. So we've ended that on desktop. Too much doomer energy in there. They didn't want to discuss anything. It's a waste of my time. If they're not ready to have a conversation, they need women on the stream because they're down that bad. And it's like, yeah, she didn't raise you right then. I don't know what to tell you. All right. We come over here and oh Lord. Alrighty, there we go. All right, we'll continue this one for a few more minutes, but if the energy is just lacking, then there's no point to continue being live. We've already been live for over an hour, so I think that's gonna do it. Yep, the Xbox event is on Thursday. Yep, that's what we were discussing for the past 70-something minutes. The Xbox event is on Thursday. And the Xbox event is on Thursday. 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 Well, you guys act like I don't want to talk about it. Well, what do you want me to tell? I can sit out here and repeat that for the next hour. But what good does that do when you obviously cannot, you don't have an opinion on this? So, well, I don't know your origin. I don't know where you're coming from. But you're not coming from a gaming forum, I can tell you that. You're coming from a doomer forum. And that's why you don't care about gaming. If you live in the South, it's time to get outside of the basement because the weather's warm. It's not too bad right now, otherwise I wouldn't be out here, believe me. And, you know, it's time to smell the grass. It's time to smell the air. And just, you know, breathe it all in. It's time to get one with Mother Nature, okay? Get outside of that basement, power down the electronics. It's brain rot, okay? Step outside and touch some grass. Bring a book with you, you know, lay in the grass and read the book, you know. It's going to be an experience unlike any other video game can provide. Hello, how are you doing? If you are new, hit the subscribe button. There should be a red subscribe button at the top of the broadcast here on your mobile device. Okay, let's get you up out of here. Well, if you don't want to sub, there's no point in you coming in here then, to be honest. So let's get you up out of here. It's always toxic. It's always toxic. It's always toxic. You can't say nothing positive. You cannot say, you can't say, you can't say, wow, it looks like nice weather today, Michael. It's sunshine. You can't even bother to say that. You can't say anything to maybe lead the conversation off into a more positive experience. You can't be bothered to. It's always come in here and say something stupid and silly, and then you wonder why you get banned. Well, if I came to your chat room and said something stupid and silly, well, I'd get banned too. So it's a two-way street. The mods can't be bothered to show up today. They had the Super Bowl hangover excuse as if they watched the football game. They didn't. We know better than that. So we're going to have to go live again tonight. And that's just what we're going to have to do, since you guys couldn't be bothered to tune in here. Not sure what to tell you. Okay, let's get you up out of here. We're not going to play this game where we... nope, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not going to play this game. We can wrap it up here right now if we have to. It's as simple as that, okay? Now you guys want to talk about the weather because I told you to, essentially. That's fake positivity. That's fake positivity. It's always got to be something I say and then you go. You can never be the leader. You can never sit there and say, you know what, Michael, I'm going to come in here with some positivity today, and we're gonna get this chat on track. You can't. It's always got to be me trying to get back on track. Well, they're not going to listen to me. So maybe you should come in here and figure it out. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Guzzo coming through with the 5. Mods can't show up. So incredibly sad. Well, they I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Members can't be bothered to show up for longer than 5 minutes. Mods can't be bothered to show up. Well, that's fair, but don't claim that you love the show and don't claim that you're a massive fan of the show and then not show up, because that contradicts what you said. So we got Valentine's Day coming up. And well, we'd love to give you a special broadcast, but I don't really have any ideas, and I don't really know anyone, so I'm not sure how we can really make it. We can do great streams, but really you have to get together with certain people to figure it out. I mean, that's really what you have to do. But when you don't know anyone, it's hard to make that stuff happen. It's hard to make that stuff happen. We don't live in a big city, so it's not like you can just, go out in the street and ask someone, hey, you want to be on the show? Here's $20, I mean, it's just like, you can't do that around here. Ain't nobody, they're watching Netflix all day doing nothing. Yikes. You got a real job. Go tell that to your other favorite streamer that you love watching, you fake fuck. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. We're going to wrap it up, and we're just going to have to go live at a different time zone because it's clear that this isn't, you guys cannot figure this out at all. So I'm not going to cater and pander to an audience that just doesn't care. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So if you know, if this is fitting your schedule a little bit better, well, too bad, because no one cares. You know, the bad eggs have ruined it. So I don't know what to tell you. We're going to just start doing streams without chat. Just how we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do these streams without the chat. It'll be way more peaceful. Content will be better. Because I'm already talking to myself out here. I mean, it's already you know, you have to be delusional to do this. And we're already talking to ourselves out here. Well, I mean, we are talking to you, but not really. You're not here. I'm talking to a screen, pixels on a screen. So I'm actually talking to myself. If you were to view this from a third-person perspective, we're just basically talking to ourselves out here. And if again, you were to look at this from a third-person perspective, it's actually really fucking wild. All right, we're going to give this another 5 minutes. And then we're going to be wrapping this one up here. We wanted to break in to let you know that this Thursday, Xbox is going to have their podcast to update us on the future of Xbox, but I guess you guys didn't care about that, so I guess we didn't need to go live to break in for that. You know, are we going to cover it on Thursday or right now? Not too sure, but we'll see. Boring stream as usual, yet you're here yapping your gums, flapping them gums about it. Well, clearly I did my job. If you're here communicating, then, you know, I mean, we have more viewers than ever, 244 viewers. Nobody cares. Well, that's not true. I just watched a stream where you know, had more viewers and the chat was actually on topic, so they were being respectful to him. And you guys come over here and play clown all the time. Well, we could put the clown makeup on, but not for 250 viewers. It ain't happening. Okay, let's get you up out of here. Alrighty, we're gonna be winding this one down here in about 5 minutes or so. Let's get you up out of here. Here comes the toxic losers. Pretending to be new users, like, oh, Michael, I just saw the stream for the first time and I'm here to be toxic. And it's like, yeah, I just really don't believe that, but you know. What if they bring Don Matrick back? Well, that would be interesting. Let's get you up out of here. I think you need to find love in your life. You're projecting. That's why you're watching this show. If you had a girlfriend, if you were married, I don't know why you would watch this show. It's time to spend time with her. You found that special someone, and you know, for most men, that's actually hard. So you're in a position where you got lucky, and you found someone that connected with you, and you need to spend time with them. You don't need to be on the internet, bud, okay? That's what you need to do. Because you don't realize how lucky you are. You found that special someone. You found someone who clicked with you, and, well, it's not easy for everyone, okay? So maybe instead of getting on the internet and flapping gums, maybe you should spend time with her and take her out to a fancy restaurant and, you know, open the car door for her and, you know, see how she's feeling and, you know, treat her like a fucking king, okay? Maybe that's what you should do. Why come on the internet? Hell, if I had a girl, I wouldn't be on the internet. What the fuck's the point of going on the internet? We don't got time for that anymore. You know, she's going to take up all the time. You know, it's as simple as that. All right, 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left here. 4 minutes left in the broadcast. And we're winding this one down. We will be coming back later in some capacity, more than likely. 4 minutes left in the broadcast. 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 What do you think about OnlyFans? Your mother utilizes OnlyFans, and I'm subscribed to her. Yeah, just let her know that she's doing a great job. 4 minutes left in the broadcast. 4 minutes left in the broadcast. Okay, I don't need your take. Let's get you up out of here. 3 minutes left in the broadcast. 3 minutes left in the broadcast. 3 minutes left in the broadcast. What do you broadcast? Well, not you and your opinions. So let's get you up out of here. It's okay for everyone else to do anything, you know, they just sit there and give you content, but you just come over here and you can't, man, you are in love. So that's what happens when we're on the island of relevancy over here, you know, just in love. It's just a 24/7 conversation, you know, it's just like, damn, this is what Kurt Cobain felt, right? Pyro Online coming through with the 99 cents. Anything helps. Thank you. All right, we have 3 minutes left in the broadcast here. 3 minutes left in the broadcast here. And we'll come back at a later time frame when hopefully the audience is a little bit more motivated to communicate and stop with the excuses. I sat out here for over 90 minutes and I barely had anyone talking about the topic at hand. Because they didn't want to talk about it. They said they didn't care about Xbox. Well, then why click on it? I don't understand. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's almost, here we go. 2 minutes left in the broadcast. 2 minutes left in the broadcast. 2 minutes left in the broadcast. I mean, we can keep going if someone comes through. I can extend it, but, you know, if we're not interested, then that's fine. We'll end it in 2 minutes. And we'll just come back later on to hit a different time zone and see if they're a little bit more excited to chat and excited to be a part of the show here. So 2 minutes left in the broadcast. 2 minutes left in the broadcast. Because you guys are so excited here as we're winding this one down. See, look at the excitement picked up. You guys are so excited. Well, I'm excited too. We're finally wrapping it up here, and we'll come back later on here. And Cam MA's coming through with the 2. Let's go ahead and extend that there. So 2 plus 2 is 4, I believe. So let's extend it with another 4 minutes here. Cam MA stepped up to the plate. And we're going to put 4 minutes left on here instead of whatever we were at. So 4 minutes, here we go. 4 minutes left in the broadcast. 4 minutes left in the broadcast. 4 minutes left in the broadcast. Man, that would... 4 minutes left in the broadcast. I'm going to the gay bar on Valentine's Day. That's what I'm doing, because I know when I go into the gay bar, everyone's nice. Okay? Everyone is super nice, welcoming, friendly, you know. So I'm going to the gay bar on Valentine's Day because, you know, it's just not as it's a freeing experience is really what it is. You think I'm laughing? I mean, when I went to that gay, I mean, you know, I felt validated. I mean, you know, they treated me with respect, and I'm not going to get that anywhere else. If I go to a normal bar, it's like, well, you don't matter. You don't exist, right? No one's going to strike up a conversation if you go to a normal bar. You go to the gay bar, it's like, man, they're they're the ones that are initiating the conversation, and there you go. All right, let me figure this math out here. Well, I've lost track. So 4 minutes left in the broadcast. We'll just reset it here. Hey Siri. Oh, it doesn't work like that. Okay, well, actually it might, but if I press the button, it might turn it off. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it can do both at once. I don't think it can. Because I'm the best content creator that's ever lived. I'm the best live streamer in the world. And the Joker said it pretty clear in The Dark Knight, so if you don't know what I'm referring to, make sure you go watch that classic movie. Okay, here we go. 3 minutes left in the broadcast. 3 minutes left in the broadcast. Got to keep an eye on that time there to figure that out. 3 minutes left on the broadcast. 3 minutes left on the broadcast. Stephen Hawking, who's that? 3 minutes left in the broadcast. 3 minutes. Oh, shit. Now they want to come through. Now they want to come through. Well, I can't do math. We're not playing. Actually, you know what? Let me pull the calculator up here. Okay, so we got to do. See, now they don't want the show to end. This is sad. It's okay, so we're going to add. So 13 minutes left in the broadcast. Let's go ahead and get the timer out here. What's the timer called? Stopwatch or timer? Doesn't exist. Here we go. Hey, start a 13-minute timer. All right. Here we go. All right, 13 minutes left in the broadcast. 13 minutes left in the broadcast. Let's get a shout out to IP Fraley for coming through with the $10 super chat to add 13 minutes left to the broadcast here, because we got plenty of battery here. Okay, we got plenty of battery, so we could just sit out here and rock back and forth if that's what's desired, as there's 12 minutes and 30-something seconds left in the broadcast. I was thinking about winding it down, but, they clearly want to see me stay, so we're going to stay for at least another 12 minutes and 20 seconds here. And we're getting a lot of YouTube notifications here, a lot of people uploading content. Trailer reaction. There was new trailers last night at the Super Bowl. We had Deadpool trailer. You guys, well, I have no desire to talk about that because I don't watch fantasy movies like that. Could never be me. But with that said, there was also a new tornado movie. They're making a sequel to the Twister movie back in the day. That's interesting. And they showed the trailer for that. There's like 3 tornadoes at once now, because one's not enough, right? The first movie is actually really good, though. It's like a horror movie. Hopefully they can match the feeling in the new one with all the tornadoes. They're all CG. Well, I mean, the first one. Hold on. How did they do the tornado in the first? How did they do the trailer in the first tornado? How did they do the trailer in the first? How did they do the tornado in the first Twister movie? Was it CG, or did they just film a tornado and then they just added it with green screen? And you just bring a giant fan on the set and blow everything around to make it look like, and add in the special effects, lightning, and because if it was a CG tornado, that's an old movie, so it's going to look really fake. Was it a CG tornado or was it real? Did they film real tornadoes and then just insert them into the background, or what? Because it'd be pretty easy to do that. Now, if you're going to do a CGI tornado, that's where it gets pretty hard. It was CG back in the 90s, really? I didn't think they had that technology. Well, obviously they did, but does it hold up? That's the big question. Okay, we got 10 minutes and 34 seconds left of the broadcast here. It was a real tornado. Well, okay, we're not going to argue about it, okay? I'm not going to have this discussion because you guys go down this rabbit hole and it's like you're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not understanding. There are rumors that Xbox is ending paying for online. That could be interesting, yes. And quite frankly, if that happens, then I will. Well, that's great. That's great. Okay, we got 9 minutes and 58 seconds left in the broadcast. What are my pronouns? They and them. I mean, I don't know. 9 minutes and 40 seconds in the broadcast. Was Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? Oh, man. You know, that's an old conversation we had 3 years ago. And people are still arguing about it to this day. I already know the answer, but people are saying that, well, I forgot what they were saying. So let me ask it again since, you know, the fake fans won't remember that one. Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? It's a simple question. Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? We got 9 minutes left in the broadcast here. 9 minutes left in the broadcast. Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? Yes or no? Espanol, cállate. Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? Yes or no? Is Crispin Glover in Back to... I can't wait. I'm going to go to a Back to the Future convention and ask everyone at the convention, and it's going to be interesting to see the answer. Okay, someone said, yes, he is. No, he is not. No, he is not. He's only in one. That's not true. He was, but he's not now. What the fuck does that mean? He was, but he's not now? Don't know what you're talking about there, bud. Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? I know the answer, but if you can't wrap your... We got to add another 5 minutes to the broadcast here. Now they want to come through. Hey Siri, add another 5 minutes to the timer. I don't think she listened. I think she fucked it all up. It reset the fucking timer. So I don't even know where we're at. It reset the whole fucking timer. Oh my God. That's what we're talking about. Mo coming through. Mo's coming through. Yep, putting another bill in the jukebox. That's what we're talking about. You want the party to continue, you got to get the music going, you know? It's as simple as that. Mandela effect? No. It ain't no Mandela effect. What are you talking about? Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? It's a simple question, and I don't even know the answer anymore. I forgot what our stance was on that. I think I know the answer. Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? If you don't care, then leave. It's as simple as that. Is Crispin Glover, because now we're talking about Back to the Future. Is Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2? Is Crispin Glover... He was, but he wasn't. That's not... What are you talking about? You can't... Okay, we're going to ban. Okay, because you're not making any sense. Your mother, she's sexy. Damn. Yes, he is. How was your day? Well, it's getting cold out here. I'll tell you that. When you sit out here for over an hour, 104 minutes rather, you know, if you don't move around a little bit, it's getting chilly, okay? But you guys wouldn't know that. You all live in the South. You live in Florida. You live in Texas. You live in California. You live in Mississippi. You live in Louisiana. You know, it's just like, holy shit. That's privilege. You live in the South, that's privilege. Why would you ever live up north? It's cold weather. It's miserable. I mean, if you live in the South, I mean, it's time to get outside and smell the fresh air because it probably ain't too chilly. Can't be cold in Louisiana right now. It can't be cold in Florida right now. It can't be cold in California. I mean, come on, man. Or Southern California. Jeez. You live in Malibu? No, you don't. You're a loser. If you lived in Malibu, you wouldn't be on YouTube. I'll tell you that. What the fuck would you be? If you lived in Malibu, California, if you truly lived in Malibu, California, why the fuck would you even be on YouTube? You live in Malibu, California. It's time to experience that and all of what it entails. Okay, we got 2 minutes left, but the timer resets, so we're going to add another 5 on top. I don't know where we were at, but Siri wasn't listening and it reset the whole timer. I thought it was like, you know, they said they're going to introduce the AI series soon, so it's going to be a lot better. Later this year, they're going to implement the AI series, so... They used prosthetics on another actor. That's not true. It is, but it's not. Because you're wrong. You're right and you're wrong. Yes, they did use his face without his permission, I guess. Or, you know, maybe they got his permission, but they didn't pay him or something. I don't remember the whole story. But nonetheless, there are literal scenes, from what I remember, and I could be wrong, there are literal scenes in the movie that are flashbacks with Crispin Glover in them. So when you say Crispin Glover is not in the movie, you are wrong. You are wrong. Because Crispin Glover is in the movie. Crispin Glover is in Back to the Future too. Yes, they used a mask with a new actor, but there are flashback scenes with Crispin Glover in them. So therefore, Crispin Glover is in the movie. In Back to the Future too. You're wrong. You're wrong. Okay, so you're telling me they refilmed all the flashback sequences? That's not true. Yeah, maybe in the Disney woke version. I got the DVDs, okay? He is, and I stand by my word. I don't care. Okay, I literally agreed and said Crispin Glover was in the movie. Doesn't count? Okay, then why did he sue? Why did he sue? If he wasn't in the movie, he wouldn't have sued. I'm not going to discuss it with you guys. You guys don't even know what you're talking about. You probably haven't even seen the fucking movie because it's a boomer movie at this point. And, hey Siri, add another 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. Oh, Lord. Let's just mute that. Hello? Oh, shit. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Well, the timer got reset. I don't know what we were at, and I'm not going to figure it out. So. Okay, well, I can't get it to stop. I don't know what's going on. All right, so 4 minutes and 20-something seconds left in the broadcast here. He is in the movie. I literally said he was in the movie. I literally said Crispin Glover is in Back to the Future too. So you're not disagreeing. How am I stubborn? Your mother's stubborn. Michael J. Fox played the daughter? Yeah, I didn't know that. Why are you doing this outside? It is cold because no one else is, you're not seeing a show like this on YouTube. Name one show where people are outside. I mean, you'll be hard pressed to find any of those shows. Okay, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. 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 And we're going to be wrapping this up here. 3 minutes and 10 seconds or so. We're going to be wrapping this up here. And we'll come back later. We'll come back later. We'll come back later. 3 minutes left in the broadcast here. 2 minutes and 50-something seconds left in the broadcast here. And we will come back later. Potentially, but it might get too cold. I'm not sure what we're going to do. No games to play. The Xbox event is this Thursday, the day after Valentine's Day. The podcast this Thursday. That's when the update is going to be for Xbox, the Xbox podcast. This Thursday. And here we go. Now they want to come through. Shut your bitch ass up. I don't know how to do this. Hey Siri, add 5 minutes to the timer. Okay. Well, I don't think that does what it says. I mean, I can't do math, but looks like there needs to be more time. Nonetheless, we're going to put 5 minutes on the timer there. Raskermy coming through. Raskermy coming through. We're going to add 5 minutes to the time. It does not add. When you say add 30 seconds to the timer, it you know, I mean, here, let's try. Add 30 seconds to the current timer. Oh, she canceled it. You bitch. Hey Siri, add a 5-minute timer. Useless. They need to implement the AI immediately for this because it's a useless thing. It's a useless thing. I asked that. It's a useless thing. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's do a sauna stream. No. I don't know what you're talking about. Twister's angry trailer reaction. Well, I mean, you know, yeah, if they keep coming through, I guess we'll just have to keep rocking back and forth out here. I mean, you know, if not, we can come back later. It's, you know, it is what it is. How is the new Twister trailer woke? Guys, I've seen the new Twister trailer. How is it woke? How is it woke? I can tell you one trailer I saw yesterday that was woke, and I'm not going to mention it, but... How is the new Twister trailer woke? Come on, man. How is the new Twister trailer woke? Microsoft released that AI app called Copilot. Yeah, I tried it out, and you still can't talk to it. It's just, I mean, you could talk to it, but it doesn't read it back. So it's like, well, that's not what I want. It's another pointless thing. Name a car for an edit. Dodge Charger. Oh wait, you guys can't hear the mic. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. We'll likely wrap up the broadcast then. And we'll come back later. But it is getting cool out here, I'll tell you that. Temperature's going to drop off quick because there's no clouds, right? I mean, there's clouds, but... 2 minutes and 12 seconds. We'll be wrapping up the broadcast here today. Great discussion on Xbox, folks. You really kept up here. We had a great topic, great discussion about the future of Xbox and Phil Spencer, where he's taking it. The Xbox podcast this Thursday discussing the future, the business of Xbox. Riveting conversation today on this. You're not new to the channel. You're not new to the channel. But your mother might be. 1 minute and 34 seconds. 1 minute and 34 seconds. And we're going to be wrapping up the broadcast here unless someone comes through. If not, we'll come back later on. And we'll see how the cookie crumbles. All right, 60 minutes, 60 seconds left here. 60 seconds left here. And we will be winding this one down, and we will be coming back later on. So just be sure to tune in later on. We don't want to hear excuses. Keep your mouth closed. All right, let's get you up out of here. 30 seconds left in the broadcast, and we will be winding this one down here. So glad you guys could tune in and tag along here on this beautiful Monday afternoon, Super Bowl Monday. And oh, here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let's put another 5 minutes on the clock here. They just don't want to see you go. Sad. I was ready to pack it up. Yikes. Imagine coming through and supporting the show. Could never be me. All right. Hey Siri, add 5 minutes to the timer. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Hold on. Let me. It's playing music. Hey. Cancel the timer. Cancel the timer. Cancel. Stop the timer. Why am I hearing the music? Why are they coming through? Why are they coming through? Now we got another 10 minutes to sit out here. I'm fucking done with this shit, bro. Stop the timer. Then why am I hearing music? You piece of shit. Okay, here we go. 10-minute timer. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. There we go. That's what we're talking about. All right, another 10 minutes here. They just can't see me go because they're just so in love. They're just so in love. Well, eventually we will have to wrap it up. I mean, when the sun, I can't sit out here when the sun's, all the way down, which, it's, I'm not, guys, we don't need to keep coming through. I mean, you guys have nothing to talk about. We're ready to pack it up. I've already cracked open the Mountain Dew, so eventually we're going to have to go to the bathroom. So I'm not sure what to tell you on that. Yeah, I know you guys love. You guys are down bad. I mean, imagine if I looked like Brad Pitt. Like, oh my God. Oh, yeah. All right, well, we have the chat's totally dead. We got 8 minutes and 57 seconds left here. We got 8 minutes and 40 seconds left here. Who's Chris Pratt? Favorite Tarantino movie? Great question there. Favorite Tarantino movie? I'm going to say, I haven't seen all of the movies, but favorite Tarantino movie? I'm going to say Reservoir Dogs. I watched Pulp Fiction, didn't understand that at all. Very confusing movie. It's out of order. I don't get the appeal of it, but haven't tried to watch that movie in a long, long time. I've seen Inglourious Bastards. I've seen Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight was pretty good. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, very good as well. But, those movies are really long and they're kind of drawn out. Reservoir Dogs is, it takes time to get going, but I think it's a really good movie. So I'm going to say Reservoir Dogs. Now that could change, but that's what I'm going to go with. Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs for Quentin Tarantino. Reservoir Dogs for Quentin Tarantino. I haven't seen Kill Bill, so I don't know. I have not seen Kill Bill 1 or 2. I've seen Death Proof. I have not seen Kill Bill 1 or 2. And there's a few others that I haven't seen. Okay, the chat is totally dead now for some odd reason. Haven't seen Jackie Brown. Don't know what that. Here we go. Now we're coming through yet again. Now we're coming through yet again. You live in Kentucky and have nothing better to do. Well, out there in the sticks, I wouldn't expect there to be much better to do. All right, we're gonna add 8 minutes. Hey Siri, 8 minutes on the timer. Thank you. Oh. Yes. Yes. Okay. Hey Siri, add an 8-minute timer.
There's already an 8-minute timer. Replace it?
Yeah. Yes.
8 minutes, counting down.
Oh, Lord. There you go. Now you guys can hear it. Where are you looking? Well, your mother's actually waiting for me in the car. We're going to go to the restaurant later, so she's waiting for me to wrap this up. And I said, well, they're probably not going to come through today. And I said, well, we'll have a shorter show. Now all of a sudden they want to come through to play contrarian. Could never be me. Man, someone is uploading just shitload of videos. I'm getting so many notifications. Trailer reaction to this, that, and the third. Holy fuck. What temperature is it? Well, obviously it's cold for your mother to be in the car, so it's probably not ideal. You think she's going to sit out here on a bench? Shit. Ain't happening. Can't blame her. Ain't happening. All right. Hey Siri, what is the timer at? What is the timer at? Oh, it's not even working. What is the timer at? It's broke. And great software here. Hey Siri, how you doing?
Not too shabby.
Why aren't you listening? Did that just cancel the time? Hey Siri, what is the timer at? It's not working. Hey Siri, what is the timer at? It doesn't want to talk. Well, hopefully that didn't cancel the timer. I mean, if you can't do two things at once, then we're back in 2011 with this fucking software. Like, they need to totally revamp Siri, dude. It's useless. It's useless. No, they said they're going to bring AI to Siri, and I think that will be a game changer once they actually make Siri useful. Because right now it's just like basic keyword shit. You know, where it's, you know, the AI can get a little bit more conversational and make it feel a little bit more helpful. This is just basically, I don't think they've improved Siri since Steve Jobs announced it. She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she a trifling friend indeed. Yeah, she a gold digger way over time. My friend in need. Oh man, members can't be bothered to tune in. Mods can't be bothered to tune in. Sad, sad, sad. All right, we got 4 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock here. Got 4 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock here. Why are you weird? Because you're a weirdo. Go fuck yourself. Look in the mirror. You should have never started smoking with your friends. They thought it was so cool, and it's like, well, they were degenerate burnouts. Why would you ever listen to what they had to say? 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. OP Husky is in the building. That's what we're talking about. Only member I see. Well, you guys are busy. You guys treat this like a radio show, and it's like, if that's the case, then we don't even need video. If you're just going to listen, we'll just have a black screen. We don't need video on the screen. You know, if you guys are going to treat this as a radio show, it's like, we don't need to show anything on the screen because you're just listening anyway. You know, you got it on the background. You're not really listening. It's just radio noise for a lot of people. That's how they want to treat the show. It's so disrespectful. But, you know, it is what it is. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock here, and we'll be wrapping this up unless someone wants to keep it going, but I don't see their, you know, it's getting kind of late here. I mean, if we want to wrap it up and come back, I mean, we're going to have to figure that out. I don't know whether it makes sense. And plus, the Mountain Dew's going to go through us here quick. Make a podcast. It wouldn't be any different than this. The format maybe, but what is there to talk about? I'm not going to do a podcast. That's a dead-end road unless you're Joe Rogan. 3 minutes left on the broadcast here. That's what this is. This is the podcast. 3 minutes left here on the broadcast. The podcast, you have to have guests, and you got to find people to get on the show, and it's just a lot of work. And I'm not doing online stuff. Everyone does online stuff. I want real people in real life to do the show with, right? You know, not online, but in real life. Not in a virtual space, but in real life, right? Because that makes it unique. No one does that. All right, 2 minutes and 30-something seconds. Well, I mean, I can make videos and, you know, I can share my opinion and you know, we can go down that road. But, you know, when you're interacting with a bunch of fake fans, I mean, you know, it's a two-way street. That doesn't really work well. OP Husky member for 10 months. That's what we're talking about. OP Husky's in the building. Oh! Is that a husky or what? 2 minutes left in the broadcast here. 2 minutes left in the broadcast here. Hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. Chat is totally dead. Mike Y coming through for 4 months. That's what we're talking about. When is the special guest? Well, nothing's confirmed right now. So we don't know. You think you see me? Then come on over. Let's get some content going, bud. If you see me, come on over. I won't bite. But we got 1 minute, so you better get your butt over here quick because guess what? We're wrapping the broadcast up here in 58 seconds. 58 seconds, we're wrapping the broadcast up here. You're going to hear the timer go off here in a moment. And we'll come back later, more than likely. See if the late night crowd wants to see what they have to say. No, this is a green screen. It's new AI technology. We're not outside. Okay, we have 27 seconds left in the broadcast. 27 seconds left in the broadcast. And we're going to be wrapping this one up here. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's going to wrap the broadcast up here. We'll be coming back later, so make sure you join us for the late night show in a way that makes sense. Oh, now they want to come through. Why do you guys do this? You always do this. You wait until the timer expires and then you come through. Well, it's MO, so we're going to expand it here. It's MO. It's not a loser. Hey, Siri, add 10 minutes to the timer. MO's coming through. Hey, Siri, add 10 minutes to the timer.
How long do you want to change it to?
No. 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
There are no timers set.
What is wrong with this thing? Hey, Siri, 10-minute timer.
10 minutes, counting down.
Okay. There's something wrong with that thing. It doesn't listen. Why is it playing music? Shut up. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, MO is coming through here. And since it's MO, we're going to expand it. Another 10 minutes right here, rocking back and forth. Another 10 minutes rocking back and forth. And you guys love it. No, Siri is, they have not updated Siri since literally 2011. I mean, it seems like anyway. It's like the absolute worst. It just doesn't do anything. I mean, it's not really useful at all. All right, so we have another 9 minutes left in the broadcast here. Thanks to MO coming through and expanding the show here for another 9, 10 minutes, whatever it's at. Well, Android has Google Assistant, which is better. But they said they're rehauling Siri soon, and it's going to have all the AI stuff. Is actually going to be good. So. Cortana was actually fun. Yeah. I thought they still had Cortana. I wonder if you have an old computer and it had Cortana, would it still work? Or probably not. Windows 8 or something. Doing a lot of cleanup here today. Very sad, but not surprising. 8 minutes here, 8 minutes left in the broadcast. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, if you are new, you click subscribe. So if you see the subscribe button at the top of the mobile screen, make sure to click that. And we got literal robots in here spamming things that I just read some of this shit and have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You might as well just type in a different language or something, because it's about as useful. 7 minutes and 20 some seconds here. Okay, well, imagine watching a vertical stream on PC. I mean, yikes. Yikes. Xbox is dead. Yeah, well, I don't think the Xbox podcast sounds all that reassuring to the Xbox community, but, you know, Phil Spencer is going to say the right things, and I think he'll reassure people that we're not going anywhere. Xbox is still the best place to play and stuff like that. Oh my God, now you guys want to fucking come through. Like, I got to go to the bathroom soon, so we're going to eventually have to cap this off, because, like, I can't, I cracked open the Mountain Dew. You know, I mean, what do you want me to do? Piss my pants? You wouldn't want to see something like that, because you guys are weirdos. Okay, we're going to add 2 minutes to the timer here. I don't know how to do math, and Siri doesn't either, so let's just add 8 minutes here. Hey Siri, 8-minute timer starting now. Hey Siri, 8-minute timer.
There's already a 10-minute timer. Replace it?
Yes.
8 minutes, counting down.
That was not a 10-minute. I don't know what the hell she's smoking. Are you watching Halo Season 2 TV show? Absolutely not. Not watching that garbage. Halo Season 2. Holy shit. I didn't even watch Season 1. Halo is cringe. Siri is not AI. I mean, I guess technically it is, but it's basically keyword fuck. I mean, it's not it's not it's not up to date. Let's just put it that way. The technology, they have to rehaul Siri from top to bottom, because it's just not great. I mean, it can't even listen to what I'm saying for some reason. I don't understand that. Okay, chat is totally dead. Chat is totally dead in the mobile chat here. When the chat is dead in the mobile chat, you know it's over. Should never be dead in here. We got 250 viewers. Should be dishing it out to new viewers. I mean, when this stream's over, we're going to have probably like 8,000 views versus the desktop one that had like 1,000, if that. So it's just like, well, you know, believe me, mobile streams, there's less we can do here. I mean, we can't put graphics on the screen. I mean, there's probably a way, but it's just, so I'm not sure what to tell you. Okay, 6 minutes here, 6 minutes here. 6 minutes here. Well, now they want to come through. It's like, well, you didn't appreciate it while we were live, and now it's like, you know, oh, don't end the show. And it's like, well, if you want me to come back, you know, we have to reset it here soon, and you know, get ready. No more Xbox R&D facts, no new console. I don't know what that means. You're saying there's not a new console coming? I doubt it. No, there's going to be another console. I don't know where. Now that rumor bullshit, that's bullshit. There's going to be another Xbox console. There's going to be another Xbox console, but it doesn't matter because you're not getting it. So I'm not going to keep explaining Xbox's strategy because it's like you don't understand it. So it's like, what's the point of me trying to tell it to you when you don't get it? But if Alana told you it, then you would believe it. You know, she just made a new video and everyone's believing it. And it's like, I disagree. In fact, I did a poll in this very own, in my own show here, and they actually disagree with her as well. So on that take. So I don't know. Season 2 is as bad as season 1. Yeah, I don't watch that crap. I don't watch TV shows are too much of a time sink for me. I mean, I'll watch TV shows that have a separate story for every episode, like Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, Twilight Zone, things like that. But I'm not watching it. I mean, very, very seldom. I stopped watching Cobra Kai because it's like, not that the show got worse. I mean, it kind of fell off a little bit, but I just don't want to sit there for 8 hours and to catch up on what's happening in the story. It's like, just condense it down to 2 hours, and I don't want to sit there for 8 hours and it's like it's parasocial shit is what it is, really. I don't want to sit around and watch a whole fucking season of television, when the story can be condensed down and it doesn't need to be strung out for fucking views and cliffhanger endings and shit. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, the Tales from the Crypt they had big actors back then. HBO was, magical show. And I'm glad they didn't bring it back because they would ruin it. It'd be terrible. They brought back the Twilight Zone and it was the worst thing I've ever seen. They brought the Twilight Zone back and it was abysmal. All right, Chad is totally dead here. Master Chief walks around in a... Okay. Yikes. Yeah, they all had big actors back then, up-and-coming actors, and they put money into it, too. I mean, these days, these TV shows would have a shit budget and terrible CG, and they were all shot on film, too. I mean, if they really wanted to, not that there's any money in it, because it's a costly process, but if they really wanted to, they could throw those out on Blu-ray or 4K. I don't think they ever will because the show was big, but it's just, I don't know if it were that big. It's probably just, they would have already done it by now. And there's obviously some rights issues because it's not even on HBO Max. I mean, it would be cool as fuck to see that shit on HBO Max because that's what it originally aired on, but I guess there's just a big problem there. Yeah, the Crypt Keeper opening, the intro, like where they open up the gate and the camera goes into the mansion and then it goes into the basement. Like, dude. Now, honestly, if we were to see that, like up, if they were to go back and remaster that, I don't know if it would actually. Sometimes sometimes we like the grid and the low resolution. It adds to the soul. And if they were to go back and clean some of that up and make it clean and pristine, I honestly don't know. If it would have the same effect. Some of the, it's like the old games. It's like some of the old PS1 games don't need to look that good. It kind of ruins the soul, if that makes any sense. The spam bot is asking, okay. Well, we got 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and we're going to wrap this one up here, so don't keep coming through, because I'm done. It's time to go to the bathroom, and we got to get ready for another show later. So we got to stop drinking this. Because that'll be an all-night bathroom break if we keep drinking. Thoughts on WWE? I don't know. It's WrestleMania season. There you go. We'll be playing the new 2K when that comes out in March. How does your liver handle all of the Mountain Dew? I don't know. I didn't know it affected the liver. I'm not a doctor. 34 seconds left here, and we're going to wrap this one up, so don't come through, because I have to go to the bathroom. Once we crack that Mountain Dew open, it goes right through you, bud. Yeah, they got the heel rock in there. It's going to be good. Roman Reigns. All right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. There it is. All right. All right. As you can hear, it's time to wrap it up here. We've been live for 142 minutes. Plenty of time to get your dopamine hit of world class on a daily basis. And we'll maybe come back later. More than likely will. We'll see. Yeah, you guys love it. You guys listen to that. Amazing timer. Amazing timer. All right, that's gonna do it. How do we turn this off? I guess we can't. All right, that's gonna do it. We do appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you later. It's over.